Superman, more like super good. I'm a little late, about 4 days late to doing my my review of the new Superman movie. Um, I really liked it, and I'm not a big Superman fan. Really, not a Superman fan at all. But this movie actually made me like the character. And I think it kind of went beyond that because this movie kind of made me like not just Superman, but like the supporting cast around him, right? Like, I don't know who a majority of these characters are. No relation to them whatsoever, other than the knowledge that I have of Superman and Lex Luthor. And they were just all so compelling in this movie. Like there's not a character in this movie that I felt was not like worth caring about. Like everybody had good motivation and was characterized in a way that made you want to know how things were going to go. And I don't think this was done better with anybody in that movie more than Superman himself. Like, just the way that he's written in this is so refreshing. Just because I've always heard what Superman's supposed to be, and I remember watching the old Superman cartoon as a kid, and like the '90s Superman, same time as the Batman animated series one, um, and that one has charm to it in a way, and I feel like that movie or this movie kind of emulated that same charm that those old cartoons had, which is 100% like this is what people wanted. Like people love those old animated movies, and to be able to kind of translate that vibe onto the big screen is what people have wanted from a comic book movie from for a very long time. And I feel like this is actually the first time that we actually see that happen, which is wild to say because there have been plenty of comic book movies, plenty of good, plenty of really good, plenty of really bad. And yet somehow this feels like the first time, or this is the first time that we're seeing that childlike wonder kind of emulated on the big screen. I don't know if it's the writing or a combination of the writing and the colors that they choose, but it's just very good and very fun to watch. And I think that minor spoiler, I guess, but I've been hearing a lot too of people talking about how cool it is that like superheroes are just kind of like a normal thing that's kind of established in this universe. And that's probably where this movie's greatest benefit comes from is it's the first Superman movie of the new DC movie universe, but it's not an origin story. Like he's been Superman for a while, and you're really just it. It basically is just like you're just watching a Superman movie. Like you're just watching a movie about this character going through his life. Everybody knows what he already went through. Yet you get to you still see character progression within this story, even though you're not watching it from the beginning. They give you glimpses of what the beginning's like, but you don't have to watch the full how he becomes Superman, why he does what he does. Like that's already implied through the character. So again, like the cartoons never start really with the origin story. It starts with you know this character. Here's this character going on zany adventures, and we're gonna see where those zany adventures take him. And I think that's really cool. And also, I gotta mention it because it's the hot topic. But yes, I 100% understand why the people who hate this movie, and they're wrong. It's honestly, if you are watching a Superman movie and your brain is telling you that if you're watching this Superman movie in specific, and if you are not if you are siding with not Superman in this movie, you're wrong. Like there's no route that you can weasel your way out of this. Like if you feel like the message being portrayed in this movie is incorrect, I think you're just wrong. Like this movie's just about like the good of humanity, like just finding good in people. So and how awful some people can be, and you still can find hope in that, and somehow it's getting negative reactions from people. I really don't understand that. And like I said, I'm not a Superman fan. I don't really like the character, but I liked this movie. I think this movie has a good message, has good character development, and overall just is a good, fun movie. I know I say that a lot, but that's what this is. Do I have criticism of it? Yes. And one of the main criticisms probably isn't something that people would expect, but I wish there was more Lois Lane. There's not enough Lois Lane. I feel like we don't get to see enough of that character. Like, I feel like she kind of gets sidelined as just like the love interest for the most part. Like, I'd like to see her doing a little bit more, or I would have liked to see her doing a little bit more. But, and then it's a little corny at times, which it's a comic book movie. It's supposed to be. That being said, there's not really a lot of big critiques I have from the movie. Just overall was really good. Just really a really solid story, and really, I guess if there was another critique I would make is the pacing just gets a little off at times. I can't say for sure, like it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride where it's like there's really high highs and then ups and downs. But I think that's okay. I think that it doesn't hurt the movie too much that that's the case, because again, it's like you're adapting one of those cartoons or comic book issues, like multiple comic book issues into a movie. Like that's really what they did. It probably could have been a little smoother, but for what they did with what it is, it's a good movie. And before I ramble on too long, I'll give my final rating. It is probably a solid 9 out of 10. Either 8 or 9. It's very, I'd say it is in the upper echelon of comic book movies, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the best ones. But I will say that it was probably long overdue that a character like Superman got like in a really good modern movie. And that's what this is. It's a really good modern movie. And the story that they tell is very modern. They very much tackle modern issues. Like, I can already see now in the future when people have to go, or when students go back and study this era, that watching this movie will probably become an assignment, as it details a lot of the problems that are going on in society currently, and is a direct critique to a lot of what's going on around us. If you watch this channel, you know. But anyway, I really liked it. And honestly, it's like the people say, the Gunn doesn't jam. James Gunn is a great director. And I'm looking forward to what he does with DC in the future. Still a bigger Marvel guy, but I'm a connoisseur of film, and I'm looking forward to watching good movies. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll give it like I'll give it, if you want me to get super, super critical, I'll probably give it like an 8.8 out of 10. That will be my final score. I hate giving point, but I gotta, like, maybe I will start adding point. Anyway, that's it though. Good movie. July has pretty much had no misses so far in terms of movies. They're all good. And I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four movie. So that'll probably be the next review. But until then, watch the podcast. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.